ladies and gentlemen. First, allow me to express my gratitude to Atlas Network for carrying the torch in some of the darkest and most liberty-hostile places in our world, including Iran. I feel compelled, if I may, to give a shout-out to some friends and mentors, without whom I would not be here tonight to join you in this splendid celebration. To my Spanish friends at Fundelib, my gracious hosts after I left Iran, and one of the most effective organizations in our network. Tonight, in the Templeton Freedom Award, I'm rooting for you. Next to my colleagues at Center for Governance and Markets at the beautiful University of Pittsburgh, where I now call home, and especially Dr. Jennifer Mortazashvili. Whose friendship and support made it possible for me to continue my work and build a new life in America. And I'm eternally grateful to these United States. As George Washington so eloquently wrote to the Hebrew congregation in Newport, the citizens of the United States of America have a right to applaud themselves for having given to mankind examples of a liberal policy worthy of imitation. And despite hiccups here and there, I think those words still hold true. Absolutely, please. Those of us who are committed to building the future of Iran continue to be inspired by the values of liberty and free society, which has been the source of prosperity for American people for the past 250 years. But how do we build a prosperous and free Iran? So many of you friends here have asked me that question in the past couple of days. Let me tell you, there's no top-down shortcuts. You must work from the bottom up, investing in youth. Iranian people are desperately searching for alternative ideas. In fact, every year, more books are published in Iran than all of the Middle East combined. In that battlefield of ideas, even from the early days, as Brad and Tom as my witnesses, we knew we were onto something. But we could never anticipate the movement to become this big and play such a decisive role, I'm telling you with confidence, in preventing a devastating open war with Israel. 40 years ago, during the Iran-Iraq war, the regime sacrificed hundreds of thousands of lives by prolonging the war to go through Iraq, to get closer to Israel, to eventually destroy it, to wipe it off the map. That was the promise. And many of our fathers' generation bought into it. But last year, the Iranian people refused to show up for state demonstrations in support of the terrorists of Hamas. To support the regime's anti-Israel narrative, Iranian newspapers had to print pictures from Istanbul and Paris. That made it embarrassingly clear that the new generation wants no part in the apocalyptic vision of the Ayatollah. The regime accused us, of course, of being disloyal to our country. But if you ask me, true loyalty means offering a vision of peace and freedom for the people of Iran. The Iranian liberty movement refuses to contribute to the misery and destruction of Lebanon, Ukraine, Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Israel. Although I must say our situation is very difficult in Iran, and the regime is not running out of bullets or tear gas anytime soon, the most important fight is to convince and change the hearts and minds of the next generation of Iranian people, and there we are winning. I'm proud to be a member of the Iranian Liberty Movement, and I hope to continue, and I hope you continue supporting us. And if you haven't been, it's not too late. Reach out, talk to your friends in Atlas Network about Iran. Now, my friends, raise your glasses to the dream that unites us, a world where freedom ensures dignity, creates opportunity, and delivers prosperity for all. To freedom. Thank you very much.